Hey friends, how's everybody doing today? It's been a long time. Forgive my eyebrows, they're all wolfed out. I know that. Um, I had a day off and I wanted to hurry up and get out. And trust me, without the eyebrows, I've gotten so used to how they look with how I look with them. Without the eyebrows, it is much worse. So I want to take a few minutes out to thank you guys, thank my subscribers, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you again for watching my videos, for taking the time out to listen to me ramble on and on. I hope you guys are doing well. The last time I left a video, or the last time I checked, I had 11 subscribers. And I remember the day I was just about to come in and say, or I had planned to come in and say, I see I got a new subscriber. Welcome, subscriber. And just to thank you, because thank you guys for humoring me. Thank you guys for watching. And I see now that one of my subscribers are gone. And you know what? It's okay. I understand. Some people look for that interaction, that daily interaction or weekly interaction. And I'm just going to tell you guys again, thank you for subscribing and for watching and listening to my videos. I really don't know how frequently I'm going to be leaving videos. Again, this is kind of, I really want to be able to share, to give my testimony and share some of my life experiences, and hopefully it can help other people. They say, or my mother used to say when I was with my mother, or she used to say something I'm paraphrasing, like, you should be able to learn from other people's mistakes. Although I won't even get into that. But I've heard other people say that too. And it is good if you can see other people's mistakes and learn from them instead of having to make them on your own. And that is kind of one of my hopes, that people will hear, or see some of my mistakes and make better decisions from there. Again, some of my watchers are probably already my age, and you probably already made some of these mistakes, but you know if you never learn something, you don't know it. And so hopefully we can learn from each other with the comments and the communication that each one teach one, the communication that we have back and forth. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in here and tell you what's been going on with me really briefly. I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. First off, I've been missing in action because I got back into something that I really love to do. One of the things that I really love to do is to put on shows, talent shows, to create, facilitate, and just what is the word? Direct talent shows. And I'll just leave it like that. So give or take, I've been doing that, and that is a really fascinating area for me. And it's taken up a lot of my time, and that's why I've been missing in action. And I haven't forgotten about you guys, and I haven't forgotten about what I wanted to do here with the vlogging or video journaling and whatnot. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about, the last time I had a conversation, and it was basically, it it came from me saying some of the things that I wanted in a relationship, and it came from the video that I posted previously about me being an actress, or thinking about yourself as an actress, and thinking about your life as a script, and thinking about who you wanted to be in it, and interviewing or auditioning and having people fill into the role until they don't. And so that the whole dating thing is kind of like an audition, or like a job that can last where you're on probation, and thinking about that period as a probation period that can go on for 3 months or so, until you recognize that this person is not fitting into that. And the question that I was asked in the conversation was, well, is that really fair? Is that selfish? Should you only be thinking about what you want in a relationship? Will you ever have a healthy relationship that works if your only concentration is working on, or looking at what you want to fill the script of your life? And I thought, that's kind of interesting. Um, I don't think it's so much that I was being selfish and thinking and not thinking about the other person. Or maybe I was. I don't know. Um, but it was a good question. Um, it was something for me to think about. Um, what do you guys think about that? I mean, I know there are some people, I've heard people say, or you know what? I won't even say that. I'll say this. I feel like to an extent, I have become a little tainted in that aspect or in that respect, because I feel like for most of my dating life, I have not cared about what I wanted. And I think that's been evident in the fact that, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's been evident in the fact that I've been bending over backwards, doing everything that I thought that I needed to do to please another person, right? Regardless of how it made me feel or whether or not I was happy or not. So maybe it is a little, maybe what I want now is a little jaded, but in the same token, I think when and if I ever reach the point of real love, um, it won't be coming from a jaded perspective. And I think that I am a well-rounded enough person to understand that there has to be some type of compromise. There has to be some sort of compromise so that it's not always going to be about me per se. But I do believe that there should be an amount of selfishness that everybody has. I think a small amount of selfishness in everybody's life is necessary. What do you guys think about that? Second, I want to tackle on a story about that relates to that. So, um, there was a situation that I had a few months ago, and I felt like I was dating a person, and the person uh, um, led me to believe that I was secure um, in I felt like the person genuinely cared about me, and the person led me to believe that I should be secure in that fact. And so we were supposed to do something together, and I depended on that person, and I felt like it was something that they wanted to do, and we were going to do it, and we were going to do it together. um I was excited, and people that knew me, whether they knew me for a short time or they knew me for a long time, were happy about it, because they could feel and they know that I was happy about the situation. The time came, and the person didn't come through. I began to recognize from past experiences with other people and from past experiences with the person, the signs, you know, uh, the bullshit. Excuse my language. That came after, and so the excuses, and they were very generic. And I was offended, and I guess I wasn't good at feigning that I wasn't. And I kind of let it go, and it was passive, and my friends and family were pissed. And so they tried to help me. And so with I got set up on a blind date. And in this, I decided to take a step back and kind of take hold of everything that I'm talking about in having power and singleness, and not jumping into something. And this was a really weird situation for me and whatnot. And not to throw and to be tactful about what I'm saying, the situation wound up that I felt myself going into old habits, even though falling into old habits and falling into And I'll get into this more maybe in the next video. Falling into old habits, even though I really wasn't attracted to this person, even though I wasn't, even though I wasn't over the first situation. So it was kind of like me trying to start a situation to get over another situation instead of healing from the first situation. And you know, and not downplaying the fact that I needed to heal from the situation. Because sometimes I feel like I downplay things like, no, I'm not hurt, no, it's good, no, it's all right, no, it wasn't anything anyway, it's not a big deal, it's not like we were a couple, you know, and downplay that situation. And I think I left a video before about, if it's bothering you, it's bothering you, like, don't downplay it. So I was downplaying the situation. And but to my to give myself credit, the situation turned out that the guy did what I call ghosting. He ghosted me. And I was pissed, even though, again, I wasn't attracted to the guy. And so, fast forward, I got him to talk to me because I wanted to know why. I needed that closure. I felt like I needed that closure. Let me clarify. And to make a long story short, I really had to be honest with myself and say, why do I need closure? Like, what is that going to do for me? Why am I doing this when I really wasn't attracted to this guy in the first place? Come to find out, the guy, I never said it to him, but I didn't say it to him at that point. But when we had the conversation, the guy decides he's going to be honest. And he was the type of person who is used to people being attracted to him because he's the general look of, he had the general look and physique of the type of person that most people that a lot of people are attracted to. But I wasn't. He just wasn't my thing, right? And so he was highly offended. Like, how could you not be attracted to me? It was hilarious. Either way, I am so happy that I was able to recognize certain things about myself, back off, live in my truth. I was able to express to him certain things and be honest about the fact that I wasn't attracted to him. And just have the conversation. I did fall back into old habits as far as even looking to seek that closure, but it's kind of hard. I think I said this in another video. I referenced a show that I like. I used to watch a lot, and it's called Mom, and it was about recovering alcoholics. And I heard that this is a real life thing. If you're an alcoholic, whatever prone you to be, that is a thing that they say doesn't go away. So you're always going to have those urges, and you're always going to be fighting those urges to overdrink. And so even if you're recovering and you're a recovering alcoholic for 25 years, you're still considered an alcoholic. You're recovering, but still an alcoholic, because you can still relapse because you're still prone to those heavy temptations. And so for people like me, if you're watching these videos, and I'm assuming that you're a person like me, and for people like me who just struggle with relationships, forming healthy relationships, whether it's due to past trauma like me or whatever it is, I think that is something that applies to us too. That no matter how much therapy we have and how many great strategies that we learn, we're always going to have to self-reflect and sit down. A leaf just fell, and I'm like, what is that? We're always going to have to self-reflect and sit down and recognize and take a look at what it is that we're doing, and step back and evaluate whether what we're doing is healthy, if what we're doing is worth it, how is it affecting us, whether it's right or wrong. And yeah, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. And so I hope that this was helpful to someone. Um, Again, for me, I'm always looking back when I feel like I'm in a place that I need to hear this, and it's just a place for me to go back and see um, where I was and where I am at the point when I go back. Again, thank you guys for watching. I know sometimes I ramble on and I don't go straight to the point. But if you're here, you know, I assume that you're okay with that. Thank you for staying, even though my videos are inconsistent with when I post. And love, peace, and hair grease.